Hello students, now we can see the operation of the basic PLL. Here when we are seeing this feedback system, it consists of phase detector or comparator and the low pass filter and an error amplifier, that is a voltage control oscillator. Here the VCO is a free running multivibrator and operates at a set frequency F0 called free running frequency. And this frequency is determined by an externally timing capacitor and an externally resistor. It can also be shifted to either side by applying a DC control voltage VC, and the frequency deviation is directly proportional to the DC control voltage, and hence it is called voltage control oscillator or VCO. If an input signal versus Vs of frequency VFS is applied to the PLL, the phase detector compares the frequency and phase of the incoming signal to that of the output of V0 of the VCO. If the two signal differs in frequency or phase, an error voltage VE is generated, and this phase detector is a multiplier and produces the sum of Fs plus F0 and the difference of Fs minus F0 components, that is in output. And the high frequency component Fs plus F0 is removed by the low pass filter, and the different frequency component is amplified and then applied as control voltage Vc to VCO. The signal Vc shifts the VCO frequency in a direction to reduce the frequency difference between Fs and F0. Once this action starts, we say that the signal is in the capture range, and the VCO continues to change frequency till its output frequency is exactly the same as the input signal frequency. The circuit is then said to be locked, and once locked, the output frequency F0 of VCO is identical to Fs except for a finite phase difference phi, and the phase difference phi generates a corrective control voltage Vc to shift the VCO frequency from Fs to F0 to Fs, therefore maintain the lock. Once locked PLL tracks the frequency changes of the input signal, and here the phase, thus a PLL goes through three stages, that is free running, capture and locked or tracking. Free capture range means the range of frequency over which the PLL can occur lock with a input signal is called the capture range, and this parameters is also expressed as percentage of F0. Pull-in time, the total time taken by the PLL to establish lock is called the pull-in time. This depends on the initial phase and frequency difference between the two signal as well as on the overall loop gain and loop filter characteristics. And the lock-in range, here the lock-in range is once the PLL is locked, it can track the frequency changes in the incoming signal, and the range of frequency over which the PLL can maintain lock with the incoming signal is called the lock-in range or tracking range. Next is the closed loop analysis of PLL. Here let us assume that PLL is initially in locked condition and assume that the gain of the phase detector is Kd, that is volt per volt per radian of phase difference, and the transfer function of the loop filter is F of S. And here the gain is the forward loop, and the gain in the forward loop is A. The input signal, sinusoidal signal Vi is given as Vi equal to Vp sin omega t plus theta, and the phase of the signal at the VCO output is theta OSC. Then the average value of the output of the phase detector is given by V equal to this equation, y theta I and theta OSC are the phase shift, and the phase of the signal at the output of the VCO as a function of time is equal to integral of the VCO output frequency and can be expressed by using this equation, that is omega OSC of t. Here we are differentiate, that is cross multiply this equation and equating, we are getting the last equation. The integral component is represented as 1 by S inside the VCO block, and here the oscillator frequency omega OS and the DC control voltage VC are related by omega OS equal to omega C plus K naught into VC, where omega C is the center of free running angular frequency that result when VC equal to 0 and K naught is the VCO gain in radian per second per volt. And the closed loop transfer function of PLL is given by this equation, and the response of the loop of frequency variation, that is we are writing this by using the frequency variation of input than phase, that is given by the second equation, where omega I this is d theta I divided by dt, and omega I of s equal to s d I of s d I of s, and f of s equal to 0 with the loop having a first order loop low pass filter frequency responses. It is given by this equation, or kV equal to loop bandwidth. And the next one is the second order PLL. The first order PLL without the loop filter has several limitations. Both the sum and frequency difference between frequency components are fed into the output from the phase detector. Also, all out of band inferring signals from the input will appear shifting in frequency at the outputs. And the most common configuration of monolithic PLL in the second order loop with a loop filter f of s of a single pole low pass filter realized with a resistor R and a capacitor C. It is shown in figure, and the f of s is given by this equation, and the resulting block diagram of the second order PLL using the single loop filter is given by this block diagram. Here next one is the loop lock range and the capture range. Here the loop lock range is represented as the range of frequency omega naught for which the PLL maintains the relationship omega I equal to omega OSC. If the phase detector can determine the phase difference between theta I and theta OSC over a range of plus or minus pi by 2 range, then the lock-in range is defined by using the given equation omega L equal to plus or minus kV pi by 2. Here the capture range is the range of input frequency within which an initially unlocked loop will get locked with an input signal. When f of s equal to 1, the capture range equals the lock range. If f of s equal to 1 by 1 plus s by omega I, then the capture range is smaller than the log range. Thank you.